So this is like divine intervention.
Yeah,
so this is like,
weird.
we're meant to be friends.
I know.
Can't shake me now.
We were going like this the whole time.
2 ships in a night.
And we've met people along the way that we commonly share.
We grew up in the same neighborhood.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like Mark grew up in the Westway is 2 minutes away from Weston Road in Albion. Like that's where I used to hang out. You know what I mean? All my friends.
The bus.
Bus. We were on the same buses to the subway line. Yeah, if you were going to the subway line, you were coming through. Mm. Yeah.
It's true. And so like it is divine intervention. Rock it. Rolling.
Ready to rock?
We're back again. It's Honey the podcast. We got Rachel Kerr here. And I did say it right?
You did say it right.
That's weird. Do you know my last name?
Furious.
My buddy Scott named me that, actually. I was really resentful at the time because I was like so soft and quiet. And that was early in the industry. He's like, Furious Fearin'. And he got me this hoodie that said Furious Fearin'. And it was me putting on a hoodie.
That is a sick name to have. You should stick to it now. I've been walking.
I'm branding that. Nobody take that shit. I need to have a hoodie system. I need to have t-shirts. My friend Charlie's just starting her like hoodie business, so I'm gonna hit her up.
Special edition line right there.
I would love that. Charlie, collabo, please.
Walk right into the kitchen and be like,
yeah, Rachel.
That's what's up.
Thank you for driving all the way here. If anybody knows, Rachel's from Red Staffing. And you drove all the way from Toronto to come see us today in the big KW.
Not King West.
Not King West.
Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yeah.
Of Ontario.
I'm so grateful. Like, I feel like we were supposed to meet a long time ago.
I agree.
But I'm so grateful we met when we did. And so the story we were touching base on earlier, it was like you messaged me and I was supposed to message you the day after because I just met somebody that like interacts with you and was telling me about you at an event the night before. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm so grateful for that.
It's weird. It's like when you meet when you meet your best friend for the first time.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Sorry, stalker vibes.
You know what? I like a good stalker. I like people who know what they like and want, you know?
Yeah.
Go getter.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, Rachel, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh my goodness, the burning question about me. Well, I am 41-year-old Torontonian. I run a hospitality business, and I'm so grateful for it. It's taught me everything I know, my goodness. And I get to meet amazing people like yourself and everybody under the hospitality umbrella. But about me, I've been sober almost 3 years now. I live and die for health and fitness now, which I never thought I would be saying. But I go to the gym 5 days a week with my man. He's a fantastic influence. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to live that life, elevating myself and pursuit of happiness and, you know, just regular life goals, you know?
You're so cool.
Thank you. Likewise. Just trying to survive out here.
Yeah.
In a positive way.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Good. And can I dive a little deep on, touched on, like, where you work, your man, fitness, hospitality, all this cool stuff. Tell me a little bit about why you started Red.
Why I started Red. Well, I'll tell you, my primary focus was never to stay in hospitality. For some reason, I always thought, like, hospitality was a means to an end. You know, like, I just make some money here while I did life over here. And I was going to George Brown for sign language interpretation. It was a 4-year program. And, yeah, it was a great program, beautiful, learned a lot. American Sign Language and the deaf community is wildly beautiful. And I started to get anxiety around public speaking, ironically enough, and just having that people rely on me for their proper relaying of communication. You know, like these people are in the courts, in hospitals. And so I kind of just said, I got to stick to hospitality and stay close by hospitality. And I was working at the time at Harbor 60. And that job gave me mad anxiety. Whew, like high pressure. I was really young. I was like a tomboy, soccer. You know, we were talking about sports, basketball and stuff. And like, you know, these girls were like tits out and like they were looking the part. And I was coming, you know, just like my little self, right? Scary job for me in the industry. And like you open wine and if you cork it, it's like $1,000 bottle of wine. And it was just a whole other world for me. You know, I come from humble roots. As we also said, you know, down by the airport, Western Road, that's where I'm from. So I was just trying to make some money and figure it out. And Harbor 60 was sending me to private parties, to houses, to bartend.
Yeah.
And people at the party would be like, oh, can you work at my house next Saturday? Do you have a card? So I just started making like little cards with my phone number. And then I was just going out there in the world and telling people I was a bartender or a server. I could come to your house. I can, whatever you need, you know? I was just like the yes girl. And it just happened to be that it was a real niche. And then I met the catering director one day at an event at Pusateri's, the director of Pusateri's. His name's Rob Velenik. He was like, oh, you know, I could use your help, and I need this staff for this event, and my staffing agency just closed. And, like, I didn't even really know what agency staffing was. But again, the yes girl, like, I got you, whatever you need. And I got home, and I was like, oh, man, what am I doing? What am I agreeing to? But I just called some friends, because, you know, hospitality people, we roll deep. We got friends from all the places. And that's kind of the inception of. And then I realized I had to come up with like a real name, like a real invoice, which was wild in and of itself, you know. We'll learn some math here real quick.
Self-taught.
Self-taught.
Love that.
And I'll tell you, I remember I didn't have an HST number, and technically you don't need one until you're like 30,000 in sales or whatever. I was far from that. And we had gotten an event with Ferrari and Maserati of Ontario, which was a fluke. And they asked me to submit my invoice. And like, when I say I was on like a Word doc, no HSC number, no logo, the accounting department called me. They were like, what is this? This is like, you know, big brand. They're like, what is this? I'm like, oh, that's my invoice. They're like, you got to give us like a real invoice. And that's when I like realized, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I gotta fake it till I make it way harder than this. Yeah. So like I called the accountant, got an HST number, designed a logo, like came up with a name.
Yeah.
And that's how it kind of all happened. And then I realized, I was like, holy shit, there's a niche for this.
What does RED stand for?
Relax, eat, drink, RED event staffing.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I will serve you while you relax, eat and drink with your friends.
This is great. We need to shoot a commercial of this. This is so dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You also touched on that, like initially when you started RED, you only had the front of house portion. Mm-hmm. And then can you tell me a little bit more about like why you started the chefing part?
Yeah. So the front of house was me and my friends essentially. And then as I kind of went out there and got more work, I would meet people out at restaurants, friends of friends. I started posting on Facebook. There was no Instagram then. There was certainly no, all these socials. And it was flowing, it was good, and clients kept asking, there actually isn't really a strong staffing agency for culinary, I'm finding. So they were constantly asking me, do you do chefs too? Do you chefs too? And over the years, like, I have so much respect for the culinary teams and people. Like, I don't take that shit lightly. Like, I think if your server doesn't show up or your bartender doesn't show up, like, your guests can serve themselves. But like, if your chef doesn't show up, who is doing what? And it's crashing and burning, and there's so much liability, and I have so much respect for the chefs that way. Like, they carry a lot of weight and they carry a lot of responsibility. So I was like, I was not ready for that, So a couple years ago, we partnered with a company called 360 Degree Staffing. I had met Wanda, the owner of that agency. So she did front of house, but as well as back of house. And she's fearless. So she's like, oh yeah, I've been doing chefs for years. Like, oh yeah, 30 chefs, 50 chefs at the Westin Harbor Castle, like at Metro Convention. I was like, girl, how? She's like, the chefs don't play. Like, the chefs are the best part. They're the easiest to work with. They never call it, like, I thought that, not to call the front of house flightier, but there's more likeliness that they won't show up for the shift, or they have life is lifing, but chefs just power through everything.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, like, my hand is broken, but I'm here. I'm like, but how? Like, they're like, it's on fire.
That was a great example.
Yeah. I'm like, where are you holding the knife? But they're here. They are there. So, and not to put down the front of house or, it's just statistically, I'm finding it's a harder environment to work in, and it creates harder people who are, well, you're one of them. They're down and they work hard and they don't complain and they just stay in their lane. So Wanda taught me everything I know about the culinary. Her existing culinary team, so we merged the two businesses, were fantastic, and they showed me that, like, it was easy but also, like, very rewarding. It was and it was cool to see. chefs in action and the chef coats and yeah, whole vibe.
Well, I want to thank Wanda. Thank you for putting us on, us chefs, and like finding us jobs.
Yeah.
Even when our hands are broken and our spirits.
Your spirits are broken.
But that was such a perfect example. Like, we try to, or we intend to. Like you were saying, my commitments are my commitments, and I try to follow through. And so, like, embodying professionalism, too. Why not?
Yeah.
Like,
and I think chefs know there's a lot on the line. You know, you are depended on for something very important, which is food. And that's the whole reason and backbone why we're gathering. And it, like, is the sole purpose of every event. Like, food is paramount. Yeah. And I think a lot of chefs know that. Even if people are glancing over the culinary team, like, we know and the culinary team know inherently that what we do is important, you know, and, like, the service you're providing, all the chefs are integral, you know? Yeah. I love that. Like, they don't need you did a good job. They do their job, and they're like, that was awesome. Yeah. Let's go have a beer.
Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah. Oh, that brings me to my next point. We just did 200 covers, or we just did a 4,000 people event. Let's go have a drink. Ooh. I don't know if you knew this was going to lead this way, but can you please enlighten me or tell me about your journey when it comes to that portion of your life?
Sobriety.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
That's
living.
What you call it?
Yeah, I love it. Raw dogging life, like we said earlier. Holy. Yeah, so I made the choice to get sober because my life had become unmanageable, and I do believe that hospitality influenced me in such a way that I could drink all the time and work. You know, as a bartender, I could give you shots, I could take shots. We all drank together after. We all drank through the night. Everything was surrounding alcohol. I did originally love that about our industry, you know. I thought it brought us all closer together. But as I got older, it just was hard on my body, hard on my mind. I was, like, riddled with anxiety all the time. It just was really heavy. It wasn't fun anymore. And then COVID hit, and that was just kind of the nail that broke the coffin, or what is the saying? The hair that broke the camel's back?
I don't know.
I'm merging two together right now.
English is my second language. I don't know.
Okay, well, I think I figured it out the second time around. But anyway, yeah, so I love that for our industry, for sure. You know, brings us all together. But for me personally, I took it a little too far. I was always the last one. You know, like, we went for drinks after a shift. Like, I was the last one to leave. I was like, I couldn't stand leaving alcohol behind at work. So, like, if they were going to dump wine out, I was like, oh, no, we don't dump wine out. Like, I'll merge all these wines together and bring them home. Like, just stuff that is fine in the industry, but now as an adult, I'm looking like, you know, I was building bad habits that were acceptable in our industry, you know? Drinking on the job. And, you know, brings out kind of the worst in high pressure situations too, right? So it was fun. But now, you know, it's time to focus on perimenopause and 40-year-old women shit, you know?
I can't relate.
Okay, good. Okay, you're much younger than me. God bless. Yeah. But it takes
a toll. To you. I'm 41. I'm an 84 baby.
Me too. All right.
That's cool.
So you know.
When's your birthday?
July 24th. When's yours?
July 17th.
Oh, shut up. So you're Cancer.
I told you we're supposed to be best friends in another life.
Told you. Well, in this life.
I don't.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's already done. My real best friend's going to get really mad. And so I just want to state that,
she can be my best friend too.
I love you. And I'm always going to love you. And there's nothing you can do to keep me from loving you.
What's her name?
Okay. I have to keep that a secret. Okay, what if she doesn't feel the same way about me?
Well, then you just gained a new best friend, me.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm in.
We're all friends here. Best friends.
I'm in. But yeah, okay. Sweet. What are some challenges in the industry, or not in the industry, in your line of work that kind of collide with sobriety? Or when you're not feeling spiritually fit enough to handle a situation? Yeah,
so I'll tell you, I'm not so much on site anymore, which was, like, in the beginning really exciting and, like, the best part of the job. Now I'm more like a paper pusher, you know, because there's only so many hours in a day. But basically the shit rises to me, right? Like, it starts from a ground level and then it works its way, because when you're the boss, everything lands in your lap, you know? So it's a battle to stay positive and optimistic, and that that what you're doing is just cause, and that what's this all for, you know? Like it can feel heavy, right? So as an entrepreneur, sometimes I feel it's lonely, you know, even with partners. I have partners, but they're all doing their own entrepreneurial journey. So there is a lot of times where I feel isolated, or that it's hard, you know, it's negative. It's like I'm putting out fires, or like we have staff, we have clients, we have partners, and, you know, I have internal staff, and I'm just trying to make everybody happy, and all while trying to stay sane, you know, because everything's coming like this. But was the question, what do I do, or what's the challenge? That's the challenge in and of itself.
Yeah, those are the challenges. Like, you've definitely answered that. So it does bring a lot of, like, isolated time to yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel, other than, like, fitness, how else do you feel that time?
Yeah, so to mitigate the stresses of the challenge, fitness is where it's at. Obviously, being sober, my coping mechanism of stress was alcohol, which was hella fun, and, you know, creating noise and chaos to stay out of the thoughts. But now, fitness is super important. And, you know, I used to play soccer, so cardio bunny, like going mental, but now in my 40s, pushing through weights.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. The battle, like you versus you, like, and making these like incremental little changes each time you go, getting a little tiny bit stronger, going like half a pound heavier is like really quite interesting to see the body kind of develop. So body and mind development. But you got to get your checkup from your neck up, you know, through therapy. And
you're very cool. Yeah. True.
Just dropping lines from
the
AA program, basically.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
But no, like, do you find it, like, especially being into, like, fitness and health, do you find it, like, you're going too far now? Like,
yeah, well, there's a dependency now. Yeah, if I don't make it to the gym or get some outburst of energy, like I'm like, I feel like a rat in a cage, you know. But that's, I don't know. I shouldn't. Maybe that's a blessing. You have more limitless energy.
Yeah.
But it's all right. I gotta just the point is awareness.
Yeah.
You know, that's I am aware this is happening.
Yeah.
So that's good too. You know.
Yeah, of course. Can you tell me some? I'm just jumping all around.
Yeah,
you said bunny, and I was like jumping all around. What is a challenging moment you've dealt with in your line, with whether it was a chef or a front of house, or what were challenging scenarios, or a scenario that like hits home, or like you remember? If I said that question.
Yeah. All right. Fair. One situation comes to mind.
You don't have to say names.
Yeah, I'm not going to say names.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You could just say like Joe Blow, or
we won't,
Jenny from the block.
She's out there too. We won't drop any names, but part of being the agency staffing is we tend to take the brunt of anything bad that happens, because nobody wants to take the heat. And listen, it is hard to merge teams, internal teams, with agency staffing. Like, there's a lot of working parts there. But I find when, like, shit hits the fan or mistakes are made, for some reason, people love to blame the agency staffing. You know, we're the low-hanging fruit. You know, let them take the heat, because they're not going to be here again. You know, so if the client goes to this company and says some shit about the service, it's not their fault for mismanaging the event. They just say, you know, the agency staff wasn't talented enough or experienced enough. And listen, that does happen. Okay, this is not what happens. But in this particular case, there's a food shortage. Something to do, I don't know what happened, but they were, you know, a significant amount of plated meals short. And this, as you know, look at your face. Like, your heart is palpitating like mine.
Okay, give me an example, because I like to visualize.
So, staff are coming to finish, you know, the plated meal for 300 people, and they're 10 tables short. There's no more main dish. So there's no chicken, there's no nothing. So, you know, obviously, I know. See, like, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is all of our worst nightmare. Because what we do in catering is an art, man. The culinary, it starts from the top, and that chef knows what he's doing. So, like, I don't know if the general population knows what goes in to the time and the math and the experience and the science. Like, this shit's for real.
And you staffed.
A lot of pressure.
Who did you staff? The servers?
We did the servers of this event.
And not the chef?
Not the chef.
The chef came with the event?
Yeah, the chefs, their team.
They brought their own team?
They brought their own team. So, you know, somewhere along the line, there was either, like, something was left behind, or there was a miscalculation. It could even have been that clients were changing their mind. They ordered beef, but now they want chicken. Like, it's all possible,
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
But they told us that, you know, our servers, to save face, were scraping and throwing out food. So I was just like, oh man, that's our staff will never throw food out. We don't throw food out. We save it for ourselves and eat it later. We take that shit home. You know what I mean? So it's just like these crazy over the top
moments,
scenarios that you can't prepare for because they're out of your control. And it's like how you handle that when you arrive. And like my staff, God bless them, they were calling me from their cell phones. They're like, we don't know what to do. I'm like, just stay calm. They'll sort it out. Just follow their lead. But just like anything can happen.
How did they solve that? Like, did they just order food?
No, they had other stuff. They had some other stuff. So the clients didn't get like a gourmet meal, but they got some other stuff. They got fed. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
At least everybody ate.
Everybody ate. And the guests were actually really laid back. And they were like, you know, it could have been a lot worse. The staff just wanted, the guests just want to have fun. And everything, at the end of the day, everyone was happy. But, you know, it was tried to be blamed on us. And I had to, you know, do an investigation and, like, talk to all my staff and have meetings with their team. And, like, you know, it's hurtful as a business owner that we're the target sometimes, it feels, you know? But
you're
that's just one circumstance,
What's a good circumstance then? Like,
oh my goodness,
that people left happy and like,
everybody's generally very happy too. You know, like, I'll tell you, you're a part of people's best times. Weddings, baby showers, like large corporate functions that take so much time and energy and money to pull off. When it goes successfully, it's such a reward, you know, and the clients are over the moon. And sometimes you're making history and you're a part of people's like whole life. So, you know, there's a lot of like humility and gratitude. And I find that for the most part, everybody's really great to our staff. Our staff are super nice people and they work really hard and they're so grateful to them. So like for that, we're grateful, you know?
That's good. That's really good. So what I'm hearing is that you try to leave things better than you found it.
The staff,
huge.
It's huge. Our staff are really, we found it right now. We got a really good thing going. I do believe like a corporate culture does come from the top. We try to we try to treat our staff like family. You know, they can call me. I like to call them. I'm on their Instagrams. I'm commenting. I want them to know that like we're not just trying to make money. We're trying to make relationships and we're trying to take care of people, you know, like creating job security for people in this like really crazy economic time, you know?
I appreciate that. That's huge.
And I'm only as good as my team, right?
Yeah.
Like if my team are not happy, nobody's going to want to work with my team.
Yeah. You just led me to my next question. That's crazy. Have you ever felt like, you know, us humans, we do make mistakes and whatnot. Like, do you ever feel like you've steered one person to the wrong position or like you steered? I'm just trying to make it about you right now. Like,
appreciate that because, you know, we all like to talk about ourselves. But,
you know,
I mean, I put some of my staff in some compromising positions if that's what you're asking.
That's not what I'm necessarily saying. I'm just asking, like, let's say I'm the Furious Fearin, and I'm gonna sign up for a server position, which I have no knowledge in. Has that ever happened?
I mean, yes.
Like whether people lie on their resumes or whatever?
People be lying.
People be lying.
People be lying. And
it's huge.
Here's the thing, okay? I don't knock the hustle.
Yeah, don't.
You gotta get that money.
Yo, you got here somewhere too.
I like that.
You faked it till you made it.
I still do.
Don't be lying.
Well, here's the thing. You can lie, but you better have the right attitude when you're trying to be taught. And if you put yourself in a position where the client sniffs out your bullshit, you gotta come clean. To me, at least. Because I'll tell you, everybody loves to be a bartender, but bartending's hard, man.
Are you kidding? It's an art.
Bartending is hard. So these people think so they lie and say they have like a ton of bartending experience. I can bring them in for training but sometimes by the time we realize the skill is not there, it's the client's already like, this person be lying.
Yeah, they couldn't just like watch a YouTube video to like fake it. I would be practicing weeks in advance.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be like, tell my friends to come over. I'm gonna make some drinks.
Well, listen, I do tell that stuff all the time. For the basic drinks, just treat it like they're your friends and family. Like, how would you make a drink at home? But we're talking like Negronis, martinis, and like there's lineups of people.
Yeah, you can't fake that.
You can't fake that.
Can't.
And then these people are signing up. These people, sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. The staff.
God, that was harmful.
these people, like the liars, I was thinking, these people, aka the liars. Sorry, that was so freaking rude.
It's okay. We got you.
Yeah, edit that out.
We got you. Cut it out.
Flawless, Joey. Blast in the past.
Yeah.
So
got you.
The fibbers, we'll call them.
Yeah.
I like that they're ambitious and they want to try, but it's like, I don't know if they realize how much risk is involved. Fine, listen, sometimes clients are happy. I'll apologize and we won't send you the bill and we'll do whatever we can.
Yeah.
But you got to work that shift. You got to sit there in that bar, in that moment.
Shame.
I would never want to be that guy.
Shame. I know your name.
Oh, can you imagine being like, oh, like, that's like trying to put you in a kitchen and make you cook something that, like, you don't know how to cook, you got no recipe, you don't have the tools, and the client's watching, and you're like a Muppet in the kitchen. Like, that's big balls, you know? So, anyway, God bless them. They but I also accredit it, like, they need the money, and they need the experience, and they want to try, so... Yeah. It's not all the time that it's bad, but, you know, sometimes...
I'm sure I've, fibbed on a job somewhere.
Listen, I know some of these fibbers did a good job.
Yeah, and, you just roll with the punches.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. But
that hustler mentality, you're just trying to, just trying to make that... Trying to make that rent, trying to make that food.
The stakes are high, though, you know? The stakes are high.
Like, this is my company you're messing with.
Well, for them, it's... You know what? And listen, here's the best part about hospitality. You can't please everybody, right? Mm-hmm. So, you might be the most well-respected chef to, this group of people, but this group of people, they don't like your vibe. And, sometimes these staff don't match with people. So, it's personality conflict.
So, you're really trying to find that,
We try.
So, the client tells you what they want, and then you try to match this portfolio.
We just can only go by skill.
Okay.
But I just tell the staff all the time, good attitude is everything.
Yeah.
And be accountable. If you do something wrong, it's no big deal. You know?
Yeah.
This isn't rocket science. Let's just get the job done and stay positive, you know? Mm-hmm. Nobody's getting in trouble. We're all adults. Let's just work as a team.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Yeah. So we don't reprimand or I gotta take everything with a grain of salt from both sides, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody, it's hard to please everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. That reminds me of a moment where I remember I work with so many different teams right now, and so different departments, and so I'll take I just love my brunch team because they have to wake up early to do all this with a smile on their face, and so it's
early.
I'm talking I'm usually in that building by 5:30 a.m.
Oof.
I try to be because it's you get to set the tempo that day. Whoever walks in first, and I try to always make it me. And so you set the tempo, and so it's how you set the tempo when they walk in.
Yeah.
And when the first guy walks in, and how much hype you give that guy,
got
or
the
girl
music going,
or a person.
Coffee's already ready.
Yeah. No, I won't make coffee for them.
Oh,
They'll better figure it out. When they walk in, I go, "You making coffee today?" I just wait. You making coffee today? This machine's is pretty complicated. You making coffee today? No, but they expect that line.
Yeah.
But that's mostly pastry that gets it the worst, though, because they walk in right after me, and I'm like, "Yo, Julia, you making coffee today?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Coffee first."
But no, that reminds me of my different places I work with, and so my brunch team,
shout out to the brunch team.
Shout out to the brunch team. Thank you for waking up so early every Sunday. People need you. You're saving lives. You're curing cancer.
Lives.
You know, that's how you feel sometimes.
When you wake up and the sun is still down and you're going to work,
and you come outside and the sun's still down, you're like, maybe I should have spent some time with my family today. Yeah. You know what?
I'll catch them later. Today.
I'll catch them later.
Yeah.
No, but it's true though. I appreciate them, and so it's finding who fits the right position at the right time, and who's made for that type of mornings. So it's cool that you look at those components and do you deal with a lot of mental health? Just to skip around here, do you deal with a lot of mental health, and does that affect your staffing as well?
Yeah. So again, when there is mental health issues, it's typically after the fact. We've learned.
Really?
Well, because it's how do I explain it? If a negative situation happens, that's when we hear. Obviously our clients will say everything was great. Our staff will be like, today was good. But really what comes to us is like the red flags and the red alarms. Our team will often, if somebody's not the right fit or something's going on, they are happily informing the office with a very detailed email, which we appreciate because they're our eyes. And same with the client. Like the clients can sense a good thing that they got going, and then all of a sudden there's
a shift.
There's a shift.
Yeah.
They can pinpoint pretty quickly who is the bad apple. But yeah, there's a lot of mental health, and I also think that it's a lot of high pressure. Like, like everything is last minute. You're walking into scenarios you don't know, and it brings out the worst in people sometimes.
Yeah.
Pressure and stress, So I do find that there's quite a bit of mental health, but I also think there's a lot of experience. Like you and I have been doing this for a long time. So when shit's hitting the fan, like we just kind of stay cool. We probably just push through it. We're not overreacting. We're not doing the most. Whereas like there's inexperience. Those people are, they're just trying to get through it, but they're sounding the alarms. Like they're creating a diversion. So sometimes I have to wonder if it's mental health or they're not built for that role, or we have an HR department. We have to tread lightly, especially in today's day and age.
You better tread lightly, because I heard some stuff. You better be treading lightly, because HR is important in a workplace, and I encourage it, like for sure, whether it's for the employer or for the employee.
Yes.
Like it's important to know, like
everybody's
certain
rights
things don't go on.
Certain
anymore.
things don't go on.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Like I come from the bottom up. Like I was the server, I was the bartender. So like my instinct is to always have my staff's back, right? My first instinct is like, oh well, that was rude. They shouldn't have done that. But I have to remember there's 3 sides to every story, right? And I have to assess all sides, and I have to remain neutral. And sometimes the clients tell me stuff about the staff that sound to me just crazy. But again, I have to like look at it from all sides, and then sometimes you can't have emotions. Like you have to really everything has to be very factual, and everything has to be realistic, and I have to be fair to everybody. I have to be fair to the staff, I have to be fair to the client.
It's true. It's really
and
true.
I have to be Switzerland all the time. So I have to and if you're a passionate person, and like you of course are, because you're a chef, you guys are like passionate, but in hospitality we're passionate about what we do. Like I have to calmate. I have to have lavender lattes, like intravenous.
We're messing with that lavender lattes today. Yeah.
I gotta have that shit.
Yeah.
Because if you start thinking about sometimes how people are treated, or people are treating each other, sometimes my staff aren't agreeable, and it gets upsetting. Yeah. People doing people things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be a little bit mindful of like connecting what mental health and what like unprofessional human beings look like, right? Like for me, like when it comes to like mental health, it's like way different than like that person sounding alarms. You know what I mean? They're just diverting from their own insecurities. So I really do want to be mindful. Like I have a lot of folks that struggle with mental health. You know what I mean? So it's important to know like the difference between the two, and it's important to know like how to behave in a workspace and how to like set that energy. Can you tell me about a time where you felt like you just wanted to walk away?
As an entrepreneur, I feel that often,
Yeah.
Like I said, the constant parade of negativity takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur in hospitality is notorious for not getting finances out of banks. We're high risk companies. Running massive payrolls. With us, we pay the staff in advance and collect the money with 30, 60, 90-day pay terms. There's a lot of risk, and I feel like being an entrepreneur in hospitality, you're a special kind of entrepreneur, because you are dealing with people of all walks of life. So the stress can become unbearable, and that's why I drank a lot. Because these voices and this stress, I had no tools to mitigate that shit. And so now, sometimes I just want to throw my hands up, Sometimes I'm like, what's this all for? It can't just be about money at this age, Yeah. But I take pride in being an entrepreneur. I built something out of nothing. I want to stay true to that. I have to, have a very sound network around me, like people like yourself that I could talk to about the truths of our industry, the truths of partnerships and entrepreneurial problems.
Yeah.
Like you need people you can lean on. And you have to be comfortable talking about it, because I know you could talk to any chef and they can feel what you feel, you know, like you say like this and this happened and like my boss doesn't appreciate me or anything, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, often, every 3 months I have some like quarter life crisis where I'm like, what am I doing? Is this my passion? This is hard? But I think that's what being an entrepreneur is. It's like a low,
keep pushing through it.
Keep pushing through it.
Yeah.
It's like a low level struggle, you know? But I don't know if that's life or not. Like, is that not just life?
I don't know. I think everybody's different, man. Like,
yeah.
Is that what life looks like to you? Like,
a low level struggle?
No, I didn't mean it like that. No, not at all.
Well, survival
You're killing it. You're killing it.
You.
No.
And I by no means want to sound
No, you gotta make sure, like, you also pat yourself on the back for even the little moments.
Yeah. So do you find that you do that for yourself?
Oh, yeah. Like,
you do? Okay. So maybe
I think it's just, not even. I think it's also the environment you're in as well. Like, I'm in a super, 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 super cool environment right now. Like, in my career, whether it's, like, in the kitchen, whether it's, like, just, like, getting to meet people. Like, I think it's, like, you create what you want.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm like a therapist today. You create what you want, little buddy.
You are right. You're right, man.
Clocking it, yeah.
Oh, I was sapping like the old poets.
No, I love it. Okay. I love it. It feels
cool.
good. No, it's very cool.
Yeah, you're right. Mindset has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
So what I'm learning about myself in this moment is that I need to give myself some grace.
Yeah, give yourself some grace.
Where did I come from? How did I get here? And like maybe do one of these.
Oh, for sure.
But I feel like that's been my driving force. This like the little voice that's like, you know,
can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. So yeah, that's an interesting aha moment right now.
Yeah. Yo, you're always gonna be your toughest critic, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, give yourself a little permission. It's okay to fail sometimes.
Thanks for coming to my congratulatory ceremony.
Well, this is the moment where we give you your flowers. You know?
Thank you.
No doubt.
And I think a lot of entrepreneurs have to do that, but also hospitality.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the tip used to tell people their service level, you know. We used to get a lot of like positive praise in the industry. But now a lot of people aren't happy out there, and maybe it's harder to get a compliment out of people or you know, even people just telling each other, I love you, you did a good job, I appreciate you. I find like sometimes it's less and less, so maybe we got to go out there and spread more love, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
In the form of vocalization and tips.
I'm annoying like that.
Tell the people to tip.
I'll like literally meet you now and be like, I love you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice.
And I'll be like, what are you up to? Like, what's the agenda here? I'm like, no agenda. I'll probably never see you again, but I love you.
Love.
Yeah, I love you. Just be kind to the next person you meet.
And tip your waitress.
Lead with kindness. Always lead with kindness. Yeah. More doors open up that way too.
Yeah.
Whether it's to like someone's heart or someone's wisdom or like someone's educational level that you'll never get to experience. Like, lead with kindness. See where you end up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should do a year of kindness.
We
like
all
study.
bleed the same blood, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Some of us differently, but yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Some of us don't bleed. But yeah, no,
and, I find that people default to negative. Do you find that? Like, some people, it's like a first instinct is negative. I find I can be that way sometimes, so I have to make the conscious effort to stay positive.
Yeah, it's true. Like, sometimes you gotta just listen for the language.
Yeah.
And so, moments when I'm having weird moments or individual, like, moments where I'm, like, talking to someone and they're like, but this sucks, and this person does this and that. I'm like, and then I'll just stop and be like, but what are we going to do differently?
Yeah, we can't be talking about other people. And we can't be, there's no
like,
time for gossip and all
my
that.
My favorite line is, say it to their face before I expose you.
And
I love that. Say it to their face. So,
No,
not even
but I
that.
mean, like, they got to be upfront if they're here talking to you, especially.
Yeah, say it to their face. Like, and so, it's like in any circumstances, like, if I'm talking about someone that's not in the room, I prefer not to do that at all. And so, I won't. I'll be like, they're not in this room, let's just not talk about them. Yeah. Or they're not in this conversation, let's not talk about them. Yeah. Or let's save this conversation for when they're here. I want you to
we'll see how the conversation goes.
I've literally said, can you please give me the same energy tomorrow when they're here? So then I can hear how you communicate.
Yeah, you must get a lot of that kind of in the kitchen, you know? Cause
never.
Never?
It's what you expect. It's what you put out. Never.
Attitude.
No, don't bring that to me. I'm in my happy bubble, just
no
bouncing
nonsense.
along. And then we don't do that because that's how you create a terrible culture.
Yes.
And the space I work in, the GM I work under, none of that exists.
No,
We're not doing that today.
I wouldn't want to be the bad apple either. Like, I don't want to bring the morale down of the line. Like, that's... Can you imagine? And you don't even know? You're like... La-di-da.
What's that saying? I forgot what the saying is. Like
bad
I said,
apple
English...
spoils the bunch. That's all
like
I got.
I was saying, English is my second language. So it's like... I don't know how to say certain words and whatnot.
Yeah.
I might sound like I could speak the language very clearly, but like...
You do.
I speak fluent Somali.
Okay, so say it Somali and then put the subtitles on the screen.
No,
because
my friends won't understand. Some of them don't know how to read.
here. Okay.
I try to be inclusive.
Yep. Okay.
You know?
Well, listen, we gotta get the silent.
No, we'll have a session where we like talk in Somali and maybe like we'll get someone in hospitality
Yeah.
in Somali. Like that'd be dope. Like
Live stream it.
what if they were just in the country doing a series and then I was like, can I interview you? I'm putting it out there. I would love to meet another Somali person that is doing the same thing.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know a lot of Somalians, don't you? But you're saying that's doing the same thing.
Yeah, like that's
Slow
in the
down
hospitality industry. That's like trailblazing it. I want to meet those cool folks. Please reach out. My email address is itshoneythepodcast@gmail.com. Holla at your girl. No, deadass. Like, I'm into it. I would love to. See how you distracted me so easily?
Sorry.
No, we put out the energy we expect. Mm-hmm. If we put our best foot forward, we shall receive it. And there's moments where you don't. And it's knowing those moments when you do to celebrate those moments, right?
Yeah. That's the lesson today I've taken.
And so, like, if you leave here today and you're like, a person comes with you to gossip, be like, why don't we just say it to their face? And then that way we can all grow from this point.
Yeah.
But, like, saying it to their face doesn't mean, like, cuss them out.
Yeah, no, you
like,
gotta be critical in a positive way.
Yeah, like, just be honest. Just be like, hey, when you do this, it makes me feel like this. Or, hey, when you're not consistent, I feel like this. Or, it holds me back from doing this.
Yeah, I find
Let's
a lot
be
of
honest.
A lot of people like, even though it's hard to hear at first, they like to evolve and change and, like, do better.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you're kind of robbing people of their chance to evolve or self-reflect.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be a yes man.
No.
My circle, like my spouse, we'll talk about him, Frank. He is cut and dry. He's of the old school generation. He's quite a bit older. And he's like, what's here is what's here. And if your feelings are hurt, I'm sorry, but the truth hurts. Life is hard, but...
Bounce back.
Like, I'm telling you this to, like, build you up. How you say it is what matters.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Does it hurt sometimes?
It hurts sometimes.
Yeah,
Frank is...
My daddy's like that. I'm like, why you say stuff like this?
I just love men when they're, like, so honest.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you. When I was growing up in hospitality... The chefs, okay, one of my first jobs was at Moxie's by the airport. The chefs, so they wanted to teach me to be in the expo line, right? These chefs were so honest with everything. They made me so uncomfortable to the point where I would just laugh. I'd be like, and it taught me so much that, like, I don't want to be in this, like, passive aggressive not knowing state because my mind will take me the distance. Whereas when people are just telling you straight facts, it's perfect.
Yeah. I love that.
You can learn quicker from the facts than, like, this gray area where I'm like, I got no real concrete truth and I got to figure it out and deductive reason and, like, you know?
Yeah, it's so true.
Too much time. That takes up too much energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very true. But, like, it's crazy though. No one exists like that no more.
Yeah, hang out with Frank for an hour. You know, you'll walk out feeling better about.
What's Frank do? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. Frank. We can talk about Frank for days. He's a custom motorcycle builder. And he's got a shop on his property there, and he's been doing it for 40 years. He's confident, and you know, leads with love, but is like a fair dude.
But you know, like, he's kind, probably, like,
he's
deep
kind.
down inside. But he doesn't give that perception.
No, he's integral. He's integral. He'll never, ever do anybody any wrong. But he's got, like, strong boundaries. And I'm realizing as I get older, the boundaries is what's going to save your ass. You know? you can't just give everything to everybody. Can't.
Yeah, it's true.
So, you know,
okay, my daddy's not like that, but like he's so soft. Like he's so gentle.
Well, you're his little girl, so he's gonna give you whatever you want.
Sure.
Daddy's girl.
But yeah, Frank sounds cool. I'd love to meet him sometime.
Yeah, come by the shop anytime.
You think he'd teach me how to ride?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like that's a bucket list for me.
Really?
Like
I can see you on a bike for sure.
No, but I've been on bikes. I'm just too scared to like. I feel like my upper body muscle's not all there, so it's like flimsy and like you know.
You're just like
I dare ride a scooter. Like I'm cool on a scooter, but like
it does take strength to ride
it
motorcycles.
does. Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, upper body.
And now I'm thinking
your whole life's on this.
That's a whole thing.
This is all it. This is all core now. Like so you better have a 6-pack.
Yeah. Okay, so he does Harleys, right?
Yeah.
So are you talking about speed bike? Because yes, even more so.
No,
speed bike.
that's different. But like even
I
this,
you
have to still have like arm gang.
I see you fucking throttling that bitch. Yeah, you're actually now you got me thinking. Like, do I have? Because I'm gonna do my M1 this year.
Yeah. You do for sure. You work out like all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So
you got it.
Yeah.
Have you ridden before?
Only on the back, like ATVs.
So you're going for your license and you never driven?
No.
Is that the correct terminology? Like driven or ridden?
Yeah, road. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
So maybe you should come with me. We're gonna go ride dirt bikes in Vaughan. There's like a dirt bike place you can rent. You can see if because do you ever drive a standard car?
No.
Okay, I don't. This is like for me neither. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Clutch, throttle, brake.
But it's by your hands, right?
No, feet. So 2 hands, 2 feet.
You have to match.
All 4 things are done.
No, I'm out. Forget it. Scratch it off the bucket list. I'm out.
What do you mean? Think about you in the kitchen. You're over here chopping, cooking, burning, flambeing.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different. I don't know. That combination makes sense. When you get
like holding the oven door open with your feet, pulling this out.
Yeah, okay, but that's like years of doing that shit. But like, anytime I drive standard, it's like the math is not mathing.
I know.
And I'm like, did I just stall the car? Like, what is wrong with me?
Maybe I'm crazy.
And like, I can't drive in Europe. Like, I won't because everything's standard. Like, and now like they've made the changes they need to, and now you can actually get an auto.
So what are you saying? You're hard no on the ride day?
Bro, like
you want to live.
You'll get mad. You'll be like, why can't you learn this? You'll just get cheesed. Like you'll get so cheesed.
You want to see your 42nd birthday? Okay, fair.
Okay, I'm in. I'm in. If you're gonna make me go to this, I'm in. Like I'm just telling you right now. Like I can't even go like this and do this right now without doing this. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. I'm out. Wipe it off the bucket list. Sabrina, we're not going. We're not doing it. That's my partner's name.
Okay, Sabrina can drive and you can be on the back. Is she tactical?
Yeah.
Don't answer
but Sabrina's not going to wear no helmet on her head.
Okay, that's a big thing.
She won't even wear a toque certain days because she's like, my hair's everything. Is it dewy outside? I'm like, what does dewy mean? Like, I'm there looking through a dictionary like, what does dewy mean?
What?
And to her, it means like moisture.
Moisture, yeah.
Damp.
Yeah.
And so I had
friend when you go, so does she have curly hair?
So
Dewey is not
Serena's background is born and raised in Canada, but like her dad is like Italian and her mom's like from New Brunswick or some shit like that. Her ancestors are from like Nova Scotia, some shit like that. You know what I mean?
She's a good type.
Yeah, she's the funnest time of all time. Like, and so Sabrina ain't wearing her helmet, so I was gonna do that on my own for sure. She was definitely gonna come watch for the jokes, but we're not doing it.
All right. Well, we're learning a lot today. So
yeah. No, I set a boundary.
Give yourself some grace and don't ride motorcycles. That's what
I'm not into that. Yeah.
I
thought I was though. You just helped me realize that like this whole thing. I thought it was just all arms.
No.
I thought the feet was just numb.
No.
I thought you just go like this.
They're just dead. Just feet just dangling there.
Yeah. No, they're holding on. Obviously, like I've ridden a bicycle before.
Yeah.
I'm really good at it.
No, like you got to clutch with this foot.
Yeah.
And then there's a back brake with this foot.
So you're ready to go. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You'll get your license perfectly.
I'll get it, but you know.
Are you doing it for the sake of like riding with Frank?
Well, I just ride on the back of his bike, which is like very stress free. But I've always wanted to ride. So like long before I met Frank, I was always into ATVs and like the mopeds and like whenever we were on vacation, I had the need for speed. Like, what am I riding? What am I getting on? But I've always had the inkling and the thought. And then when I met Frank and now we're on the bikes all the time, like I have, like this is, I'd like to get the license. If I end up riding forever or not, it's no big deal. But I'd like to understand better how the bike works, what it feels like myself. Because the culture that comes into the shop is important for me to understand. It's like talking about cooking in the kitchen and then like cooking in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I kind of want to have a better understanding of Frank and
What that whole movement.
That whole movement.
Yeah.
And like he always talks about like riding off in the sunset in the mountains of Arizona, like the wind blowing in your hair, and like you're by yourself, and like there's something happens to these people on their bikes when they're like on their bike riding. There's something going on spiritually.
Yeah, you want to know.
I want to feel that feeling. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's
I
not.
I don't
maybe
know.
it won't land like that for me. Maybe I'll be like, holy
no,
hell.
I think you'll be great. Don't let my own fears go on you.
I have the fears
please.
too. Because also I don't take lightly how volatile any mistake could be.
And you have someone's lives in your hands too. If someone's in the back or whether other riders.
Frank always says, do not get on the back of anybody's bike that you don't know. Like Frank used to ride motocross, and then now he's on his bike. He lives and dies on that thing. But like if you just like meet somebody and they're like, yeah, hop on. He's like, you need to know their history. Do they drive crazy? Because there's different styles of driving. Do they lane split through the cars? Like there's so much. He's
This has turned into a bike thing.
A motorcycle podcast.
We need to refocus this.
We should have been in the shop.
We need to refocus this.
Okay.
This is getting out of control. Okay, back to
hospitality.
All right, if you can, I'll always like to ask this question. If you can send a message in a bottle to the past, what would you write?
To my old self or to like the past?
Whatever you take the question as, man. Like I always say that. I said, however the question hits you.
Yeah. Okay. So
I want to.
To the people, I don't know. What would I say to the people of the past?
Or yourself?
I would say, well, the medication's much better now, so stay optimistic.
Yeah.
But to myself, I would say, rally for yourself. Just keep at it, keep going, one day at a time, and don't give up. Like when times are hard, that's okay. You're building grit, you're building integrity, you're building character.
Yeah.
Nothing comes easy. I don't know. When I was younger, I think a lot of people made success look quite easy.
Yeah.
So I thought my road to success would be a little easier, but I'm all for it and I love it. So yeah, and I guess I could probably tell younger Rachel some grace too. Give yourself one of these every now and then, for even just taking the risk at 25. Like the audacity I had to think I could start a business with no previous business experience, no logo, no freaking invoice, definitely no HST number, and no team. But to be fearless and to try something new and not be scared to fail, and like not everything is forever,
I agree.
So yeah, I guess I would say good times ahead and just keep at it.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking.
I like to ask this question to chefs, but since you love off chefs, I love off chefs. What would be an ingredient you could be in a cupboard or in a fridge or or should I use that in a staffing context? Like if you can pull the ultimate staff out of front of house, back of house, who would it be?
Like what would they be as an ingredient?
What would they look like? Yeah.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. Like, okay, so in everything in the hospitality, like what's the most important component? And I would probably say like the oil, the butter, the fat, like starting, or like the pan itself.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to eat right now?
Well, I just lost 60 pounds. Yeah, I've lost 60.
Cool.
It was hard as hell. Only because I do love food.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'm not crazy about cooking, but so my diet is like pretty chicken, rice. Pretty plain.
I like that though.
Can I tell you something? It is easier to eat when you just eat the same thing, remove the thought, the stress, all the ingredients. It's like simplified.
No.
So
I think it works for like you and where you're at.
Yes.
But like me right now, if I try to eat that, no one will come eat the food I make.
No, well, yeah, you can't be cooking. Like this is my own personal I don't want to say hell, but commitment.
How would you help motivate those people that are stuck with that last 60 pounds and they how would you motivate them?
My secret, 3 meals, 1 snack, and I ate the same time every day and I ate the same thing every day just to eliminate, or small variations, because before I used to cook so many different things. I used to get like quite stressed in a day, like what's for dinner tonight, and like I gotta get the ingredients. Where am I gonna get that ingredient from? Like not everything's at one store.
Yeah, never.
So like it became like stressful and like time consuming. So now just eliminating decision and choice has created like a much smoother daytime regime and like a much easier grocery list, surprisingly. So yeah, I would just tell them to like simplify. And then I will tell you what happens in this whole system is I really appreciate, like, so now, like, flavors be flavoring. So, like, if you cook for me, I would be like, this is orgasmic.
Yeah.
And, like, anytime I go to eat now, it's, like, real, like, straight up gratitude, like, super grateful for everything. Just, now when I used to go out to restaurants all the time, now I find it super great. Like, I feel so grateful. And, like, the whole experience now is super special. And, like, salt, so freaking like, everything just tastes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it tastes good now.
That.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for sure to coming out all the way here. I want to thank you for sharing your experience, strength, and your truths.
Thanks.
You know.
And I want to say to you, I love what you're doing. I think this is really important. I think our industry has so much vibrant, like we're so vibrant, so much personality, so many good stories. Like there's like when us hospitality people get together, you already feel like you're part of a family, you know? Yeah. So, like...
I was saying that. I felt like I've known you for a long time. Yeah. Even though we just met today. But we've been, like, corresponding. But, yeah, let's
so keep doing what you're doing for this industry. Like, this industry needs more voices. And I think sometimes we are a little misunderstood.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
I'll say this. Sorry.
No,
really, I'm meant for this. Podcasting.
Go.
When I was younger, I had a little bit of shame around being in the hospitality industry, being a server, being the help, right? And as I got older and I realized that everybody in the industry is like really quite special and like the tenacity and the grit made me have so much respect for our industry that I never wanted to leave anymore. Like it wasn't like that. Like I felt ashamed because I thought I was the help. Whereas now I see it like the help, we are everything. You can't have an event without like the chefs are providing you with the most special part of an event, which is the food. And like this, we facilitate your event and like we're providing experience, you know how hard it is to provide positive experience for people. Like that shit's for real. Like I love that. Do I sound lame when I say that?
No, it's like,
do you feel that way too?
No, I look at you and I'm like, I see how like you got lightened up about it. Like I appreciate that. And that's why like I got into it. Like I wanted to just spotlight some of the folks I know or the folks I know that I've like was supposed to meet and then I never got to like sit down with, and then I want to like get to know their story. And so I appreciate you saying that. Like it's cool. Like sometimes I'm like, is this cool? Is this happening?
We think it's cool, so I guess
I'm a nerd. I like it. I'm a weirdo.
It gives
I love that shit.
It gives the people outside the industry a little insight. You know?
Yeah. No. Like kudos to you and thank you for like showing up today and sharing your story and like what you do for the community and like how you're thriving. And like where can people find you right now? Like
Instagram, we're on Instagram. We have a website, redstaffing.com. It's just the color red, RED staffing.
Yeah.
Our office line is there, and if you want to apply for a job, you can go into the careers section. We run that 365. You can apply at any time. We'll just, archive you if we're not hiring. Like right now is a little bit slow, but we're always trying to build a team. We're always trying to provide people with work, and we're always trying to find the next party.
Well, thank you for doing your part in the community for sure. Next time in Toronto, I'll come see you, over. Come say hello, come meet Frank.
Yeah.
Come check out the bike shop.
The bike shop.
It's Honey, the podcast. Thanks again, Rach.
Thanks, girl.
Appreciate you.